Welcome to the new year. Early last year, we took a look at long box replacement cases made by VGC online and sold exclusively through Amazon. There were a number of issues with these cases, making them less than ideal for the vast majority of people. While there were some unhappy customers, these cases were the first and only replacement option for the Sega CD, Saturn, and PSX long box cases since the launch of these systems. Those who were on the fence had high hopes that Limited Run Games, who had promised to release their own long box replacement cases before the end of 2018, would come in with a perfected reproduction at a competitive price. As 2018 has come to a close, events have played out a bit different than expected. Limited Run has only released their case as part of a special limited release collector's edition, while VGC has released version 2.0 of their case in an effort to address the issues found in their initial batch. We're going to look at this case and see how it compares to an authentic one, and how it stacks up against the original flawed VGC release. This is Retro Impressions Long Box Replacement Cases Revisited. Like the first set, these are currently sold exclusively through Amazon. The originals cost $4 each, while these new ones are now $6 with the still required purchase of 10 at a time. They compact well enough, though different from the originals I received in what I'm guessing is an attempt to address issues some folks had with broken cases during the shipping process. To be fair, even the original cases were notoriously fragile. I personally remember seeing new games on store shelves with cracked and broken cases a number of times, deterring me from picking up games I wanted because I needed them to be perfect. In this package, I received 20 cases, and unfortunately, one was cracked, so I'm not sure this is the end solution to that problem, or bad luck on my part. Beyond that one, the other 19 were flawless. Each is individually wrapped, keeping the plastic clear should you want to sleeve your games and keep things minty. The largest issues with VGC's original cases was the top lid not locking shut, the CD tray not staying secured in place, and loose hinges. I'm happy to report it's all been fixed. The case now locks shut, maybe even a little too good, requiring a bit of finagling to get it open again. It's a problem that I'm more than happy to deal with. The hinge appears to have the same amount of movement as an original Sega CD case, and the CD tray issue seems to be solved. I actually think it's important to note the CD tray issue in particular, as it seemed to be a significant focus of people's displeasure with the original VGC case, more so than it was mine. I really babied my games, so I never had a concern about the CD tray falling out, and it's never been an issue with the cases I've replaced. That's not to say it's not a problem, because it was. The reality is, though, that even the original cases had this issue, and with a quick movement of an open case, you could lose the tray. So how does version 2.0 stack up? In my test, it did as good, if not better, when compared to the real deal. With the 10 plus cases I've replaced, not one was loose or at risk of falling out without some serious effort on my part. Again, these are fashioned after first generation Sega CD cases, meaning they're not parts compatible with the later revised version used for the Saturn and PSX. If you have anything Saturn or PSX, it does require replacing the entire case with these new ones, including the tray, if you want everything to line up perfectly. Of course, this brings us back to the tray. A number of people were upset that the original case included the compact disc logo on the tray. The new tray has rectified this, leading to new complaints that it now omits this logo. Personally, I could care less, and with the hundreds of original long box cased games I own, not one has a broken spindle. So for most people, I think it's as simple as swapping out the outer shell and keeping the original disc tray. One additional slight difference between the authentic case and VGC's is the shade of plastic on the outer edge. VGC's is clear, while genuine Saturn, Sega CD, and PSX cases are a cloudy white. So if you're concerned about only having authentic cases that were manufactured in the early 90s, this is one of the few ways to easily identify them. There's not much else to say. I am extremely happy that Chris has decided to continue on improving and producing this case. If there's any real disappointment, it's that there's no true original Saturn and PSX replacement case currently on the market, though only a fanatic would notice the difference. For those who are after the more durable revised Saturn case, Limited Run will have you covered sometime later this year. Unlike VGC Online, Limited Run's case is manufactured in the US, and because of this, they're able to do fun side projects with their mold. things such as producing different grades of plastic for the outer case, along with a variety of colors for the inner tray. Though they've had these cases manufactured and sitting in storage since the middle of last year, they've yet to ship or offer them in a standalone form. When they do, I expect the quality to be superb and at a price point that's competitive enough to stop most collectors from scrapping cheaper sports titles for their parts. Beyond the application of replacing worn cases, the most exciting result of these newly available long boxes is their almost certain impact on homebrew and aftermarket games. In the past, games for these systems have depended exclusively on DVD and CD jewel cases, but now these developers have an authentic looking option to capture the original look and feeling from when those consoles were active. For 99% of gamers looking to keep their collection in pristine form, VGC working hard to put out a quality case is the best news possible, especially considering that it's at a price point that most people can swallow. I think the stark reality of these cases is that they are a losing proposition for whoever tries to tackle their reproduction and manufacturing. That's why it's taken nearly 25 years for someone to attempt this with their own money. For me, Josh of Limited Run and Chris of VGC are heroes for trying to put something out there that is clearly expensive to pursue and revenue-wise would be lucky to be considered anything other than a hobby experiment at best. The community as a whole has benefited and will continue to benefit from this project and ones like it that are created to solve a major problem in our small niche hobby. That's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a positive or negative comment letting me know your thoughts. If you would like to chat or keep up to date on channel related news, follow me on Twitter at Jenovi. And until next time, you've been watching Retro Impressions.